Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. So there's been a huge development from OpenAI. We're going to break down their major new AI model, GPT-5, and talk about what this actually means for all of us, whether you're just using it for fun or you're a pro coder. Okay, let's just dive right into the core idea here. We're all pretty used to AI assistants that can fetch information or, write up a quick email. But what if it could go way beyond that? Beyond just simple question and answer. What if your AI could, what if it could actually think?
And that right there is the huge promise behind OpenAI's new model. We're not just talking about an AI that spits back information it's memorized from the internet. Nope. GPT-5 is built with something new at its very core, the ability to reason its way through a problem, to actually think things through.
All right, so let's get into the specifics. What exactly is launching and who gets to play with it? Well, as of August 7th, 2025, OpenAI started the rollout for GPT-5. And yeah, they're calling it their smartest, fastest, and most useful model ever.
And this is probably the biggest surprise about the launch. It's not just for people paying a subscription. Nope. GPT-5 is rolling out to everyone. Free users, plus users, pro and team users, all at the same time. Now, if you're on an enterprise or education plan, you'll be getting it just a week after that. Pretty cool, right?
Okay, so what makes this a big upgrade and not just, another small update? Well, the difference is pretty fundamental. It really comes down to a few core changes in how the AI actually works under the hood.
So if you put GPT-5 side by side with the last model, GPT-4o, you can see it's a huge leap forward in three really important ways. First, it goes from just standard reasoning to what OpenAI is calling thinking built in. Second, it has way fewer hallucinations, and the AI just makes stuff up. And third, it's got this brand new way of handling safety.
And you can really see this performance jump when you look at coding. There's this super tough test called SWE-bench. It basically asks the AI to fix real bugs from actual software projects. And look at this. The score more than doubled. That's not just a small bump. That's a massive leap in its ability to solve real, practical problems.
Let's talk about that new safety feature for a second. It's called Safe Completion, and it's actually pretty smart. Before, if you asked a risky question, the AI would just shut you down with a "sorry, I can't help with that." Now, instead of just saying no, it gives you safe, high-level advice. The whole point is to guide you away from misusing it, but without just ending the conversation completely.
Okay, so all this tech talk is great, but what does it actually mean for you, in your day-to-day use? How do these upgrades show up in the real world? Let's break it down.
Well, for starters, you're going to see much better long-form writing. Think more coherent essays, where you have better control over the tone and structure. You'll also notice it's a lot more careful and reliable when you ask about sensitive stuff, like health questions. And overall, it just feels faster and more on the ball, mainly because it can now think step by step internally to get to a more accurate answer.
And getting to that point took a ton of work. We're talking over 5,000 hours of targeted safety testing. The whole goal was to cut down on problems like the AI being deceptive or just making things up. And like we just said, that's absolutely crucial for things like those health questions.
But this upgrade isn't just about general, everyday use. There's also a massive focus on two other groups: coders, and really the entire world.
For developers, this is a total game changer. GPT-5 is now baked right into GitHub Copilot, so it can help with complex, end-to-end coding projects. And what's really cool is that developers now get choices. Through the API, you can pick from different sizes: the full-power GPT-5, a faster mini model, or the super light nano model. So you can balance how much power you need with speed and cost.
And speaking of that global focus, there's one country in particular that's getting a lot of attention. Right now, India is the second largest user of ChatGPT in the world. And check this out. According to OpenAI's CEO, Sam Altman, India is on track to actually pass the US and become their #1 market. So it makes total sense why there's such a huge push to make the model better at understanding India's regional languages. It's all about making it more useful for millions of new people.
All right, so after hearing all that, you're probably wondering, how can I try this thing out? Well, it's actually pretty easy to get your hands on it.
Okay, here's what you need to do.
First, just open up ChatGPT and keep an eye on the model selector up top. It should switch to GPT-5 automatically once the rollout hits your account. Now, a quick heads up for free users, once you hit a certain usage limit, it'll switch you over to the mini version. To really feel the difference, I'd say throw a really complex problem at it, or maybe even a prompt with mixed languages. And of course, if you're a coder, you just need to go into GitHub Copilot and select the GPT-5 preview. So, this all brings us to one final, really big thought. For the last few years, we've all been learning how to ask AI for information. But now we have a tool that's built for reasoning. The technology has taken a huge leap. So the real question isn't about the AI anymore, it's about us. How will we evolve the questions we ask?